Doing good. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Excuse me. We will get started here shortly. Just doing a quick audio check. Can everyone hear me all right? Cool. We'll get started here in just a few minutes, guys. I'm going to grab water, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. All right, guys, we're going to give it another minute or two for everyone late to get in here, and then we're going to start. Yeah, what's the saying? If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, you're dead. Question was watching pre-market and noticed at the top of the hour some stocks go crazy in activity for about 3 to 5 minutes, but always at the top of each hour. That's usually when the press releases come out. So like 7, 8, 9 is automatically when these press releases come out. So we'll get started here shortly, guys. Morning, morning. All right, let's get started here. So Good morning, everyone. Welcome to live trading. If this is your first time on live trading, welcome. We use the webinars channel in Slack to communicate. If you are not in MIC, we are running the live stream on YouTube for free for the first 30 minutes, talking about what's working in the market, building the watch list, and then right as live trading starts at 9:30 a.m., we're going to be cutting off the YouTube live stream and getting back to live streaming only for MIC members. There's a little bit of a taste of what it's like to be in the community and see what we're all about. So let's get started. So yesterday I ended up having a red day. A little bit frustrated yesterday. So I was trading QBTS and my thought process was, okay, the stock had a major unwind pre-market, right? So I thought that this stock was finally starting to kind of create a topping move, right? So in the morning, I shorted the bounce. And I had a really good trade. I reduced, 90% of my position into this dip, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And I wanted to re-short a bounce. But unfortunately, the stock ended up bouncing a little bit more than I had expected, right? And oftentimes, what ends up happening is when the SSR turns on, the short sale restriction, usually that leads to stocks bouncing, right? So it's just very commonly known that if the SSR is on, there's a higher probability that these stocks will bounce. So QBTS ended up triggering that SSR and ended up bouncing. When we got that first initial crack of the move, right? So this is, if you look at the trend, guys, it's just been uptrending and uptrending and uptrending and uptrending and uptrending, and then boom, crack. So that crack was the first initial signal that the trend is changing, okay? So when I first started to see that the trend was changing, that's my signal to add. So I don't care what the scenario is. If I see a death candle, if I see a change in trend, if I see a break, that is my signal that I have to add. So that's exactly what I did. I waited for my key area of 1030 and I added. Unfortunately, that's exactly where the stock ended up bouncing. And I ended up reducing my position right around here, around 1075, 1080. And then the stock ended up shooting up. So in hindsight, I had a pretty big, excuse me. In hindsight, I had a pretty good exit on the stock. Give me a second, let me drink some water. So in hindsight, I had a pretty good exit on the stock. I got out right before it went crazy. So what did I do right? What did I do wrong? Well, my first initial thought of seeing a weak pre-market and piggybacking that weakness was right. I locked in some profits here. And then when I reshorted the bounce and it was kind of holding around here, I think it was around 1005, I reduced again. So twice I took profits on the stock. But unfortunately, the third time that the stock ended up dipping, it ended up reclaiming. So I ended up eating a loss plus more. I was probably up like $3,000 or $4,000, and I ended up giving all that plus another $2,000. So really annoyed about that. But what did I do right? ADTX. So ADTX, if you were around yesterday, yesterday's watch list on ADTX said this is a former runner. It has SSR on. It's easy to borrow. This has a ton of red flags, so I'm ignoring it. And that one was at 9:16 a.m. So it was when the stock was at 572. I said, I'm ignoring this. I don't want to short it. It has too many red flags. And then boom, it literally doubled. And now this morning, I think that a lot of short sellers that made money on it yesterday on the unwind maybe got a little bit too aggressive. Maybe they held overnight. And it's creating a secondary type move. Well, if you ask me, the high of the day is $10 and it's at $9. Chances are it's probably going to test that $10 area and continue to squeeze. This may turn into a multi-day runner. So I am not interested in shorting this based on all the red flags that I said yesterday. Still has all the same red flags and not really interested there. So that's that. Now let's talk about the overall market, guys. The overall market is, the big thing today is the Federal Reserve rate hike decision. So today at 2 p.m., the Federal Reserve is going to come out and say if they're going to raise interest rates, if they're going to drop interest rates, or if they're going to keep interest rates the same. So I don't think they're going to raise interest rates. They're probably most likely going to keep interest rates the same. Traders are anticipating that the first rate cut or the next rate cut will come sometime in September. So if the Federal Reserve does do a rate cut today, which I don't think they will, it could be one of two things. Number one is they might feel confident that inflation is slowing down, so they're ready to kind of drop rates and kind of make borrowing easy again, which would trigger, the markets to ramp up. Or if they keep it the same, that's kind of what the traders are expecting. So long as the Federal Reserve doesn't raise rates, I think the market should probably stabilize at least a little bit. And then usually what happens is around 2:30, Jerome Powell, the Federal Reserve chair, does like a little conference. And based on the conference, depending on what he's saying, should sway the market. So we'll have a little bit more direction on the overall market after 2:30. But like I said at the beginning of this week, a lot of stocks are pretty much just waiting for the Fed decision to pick a clear directional move. So that's kind of what the overall market looks like. So let's talk about my trading. My trading has been slow this month so far. I had my first losing day of the month yesterday. Woe is me. How am I going to survive? I should go jump off a building. But no, guys, that's kind of the reality is a lot of people in trading, they have one losing day and they start to question their entire existence. They start to say, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? Should I go back to my day job? This, that. Guys, what business do you know? What day do you know that you're going to have the best day ever every single day? This is not some fairy tale Disney World type of scenario. Even if you go to work, when you go to work, don't you have a bad day at work? Someone pisses you off? Don't you go to work and some shit happens that you can't control? I mean, come on, let's be real. So I got some messages yesterday from people that are upset that they had a losing day. I mean, if your first losing day of the month is after 18 days, I mean, what the hell are you even talking about? So I kind of want to just screw your heads on correctly, guys, to remind you that losing days are part of the process. Look at me in February. I lost twice in February, and I made $182,000. Right? I lost 2 days in February. I lost 1, 2, 3 days in January. I made $73,000. So the thing that you guys have to understand, guys, is trading is incredible. I think that I may have one of the highest win rates, knock on wood, for the type of trading we do. I have like an 80 or 90% win rate. That means that when I place a trade 80 or 90% of the time, I'm going to make money. So if you just run the math, right? If you just run basic math, if there's 20 trading days in the month and I'm going to be wrong 20% of those days, that means I'm going to have 4 red days a month just based on statistics. So just based on statistics, if I win 80% of the time, that means 20% of the time I lose. 20% times 20 days is 4 days. So technically, based on the odds, I'm supposed to lose 4 times a month, right? So if I have 1 red day, 2 red day, whatever the hell it is, even if I have 69 red days in a row, it doesn't matter so long as it's controlled, right? So again, another thing here is look at my average green day. My average green day is 2,390 for the month. So I lost one of my green days, right? I didn't lose a month of my gains. I didn't lose a year of my gains. I didn't lose 69 days of my gains. I lost 1 day's worth of gains. So even then, I'm still sticking to the process, guys. So if you guys are upset over a losing day, a losing whatever, you have to ask yourself, number one is, are you controlling your risk? Number two is, are you trading your own strategy or are you just trying to copy me, right? That's a different thing. Live trading isn't meant for you guys to just straight up sit there, be a mindless vegetable and just copy all day, right? If that's the case, then you're never going to learn. What happens if I get hit by a bus? The point of live trading is to guide you guys and coach you guys on what I've been doing year over year that's been working and how you guys could replicate it, right? So long-winded answer to say losing is part of the process. I hate losing more than anyone, but so long as I'm controlling my losses and only losing 1 day or 2 days worth of gains, that's totally fine with me. And how do you recover after a losing day? So we'll talk about this and then we'll get into building the watch list. So The way that you recover after a losing day, guys, is you got to show up and just stick to the process and walk away green. I don't care if you're walking away green $1. I don't care if you're walking away green $10. But your job during these times when you have a losing day is to just show up and walk away green. The reason why is because you lose a little bit of your confidence, right? You lose a little bit of your confidence. And getting your confidence back is the most important thing in your trading, because you don't want to doubt yourself. You don't want to kind of get in your head. And the worst thing you want to do is let yourself spiral and have another losing day. So I'm not coming in today saying, you know what, I lost $2,873. I have to make $2,874 today. My goal is show up, stick to the process, walk away green, and the rest is going to take care of itself. Okay? So now let's talk about trading. ADTX, very, very good commentary this morning about ignoring this. I really do think that this is going to end up squeezing up higher, turn into the hot stock, and making a multi-day move. So not really interested there. And let's get into building the watch list, guys. So I hope that lesson really helps you. I hope that you guys are not being mostly short-minded with your trading, thinking more of a longer-term perspective and a longer-term picture with your trading. And yeah, let's get started. So the way that we build the watch list is we always go to the previous day's watch list first and build from there. So let's get started. Nice job, Mark. Okay, so quantum names. So quantum names, QBT, QBTS, etc. I mean, I've been getting kind of chopped up on these quantum names, to be honest. So I'm kind of just going to be a little bit more risk off, I think, on it today. I'm going to probably do like keeping it very simple, 11, 1120, and 1150 lines to scale in 10% at a time. So QBTS, 11, 1120, 1150 lines to scale in short, 10% size at each line. And if it breaks over 1180, I will stop out. Next is HYPR. HYPR did nothing. Moving on. ADTX. ADTX looks like it trapped shorts again this morning. Good ignore on the short yesterday. Now over the previous day's highs. So I am 100% ignoring the short on this. It may bounce further than people expect. So look at ADTX now over the previous day's highs, guys. Now over the previous day's highs at $9. I said this is an avoid. So avoid, 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 avoid. SCNX. 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 Sorry, I can't spell. Doing a whole lot of nothing. So not really anything there. RGC outside of my pay grade, way too choppy, nothing there. Let's talk about BDRX. BDRX, pretty much dead. So looking for a bounce, probably 260, 280, and 3 to short. BDRX, 260, 280, $3 to short. What else is moving today? BDTX, very confusing. They both sound the same. BDTX. I mean, on this one, I'm going to wait for more information. Waiting for more information. Not sure on this yet. May get money flow. LSE. LSE has wide range. Pretty sure the float is low, so probably going to ignore this. Wide range, low float. Ignoring this short. Mostly. What else, guys, is moving today? I think a lot of the attention, a lot of the action is going to be on ADTX. So not really looking to fight that. Not even looking to trade it, honestly. So this is probably going to be the main watch list for me today is QBTS, ADTX, BDRX, BDTS, LSE. So main watches are QBTS, BDRX. I'm gonna ignore all the rest, and if BDRX does end up rebounding, should make for a rather great opportunity. So we will see, guys. But overall, that's kind of where I'm at today. So yeah. So next thing here, guys, is, let me just catch up here real quick. 1 second. Yeah, guys, so mostly today, if you see this BDRX is heavily broken. So you see BDRX is pretty much dead. So hopefully we get a really big bounce there to short. ADTX, I think, is going to continue to trap a lot of traders, so I'm not going to really be interested in ADTX. So main watches are QBTS and BDRX, and we will see if they end up bouncing. So for QBTS, I'm going to use very small size. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got, guys. So give me a second here. I got a couple questions coming in, and then we will just continue from there. So give me a second here, guys. So a question, if you're ignoring these shorts, would they make for a good long? Honestly, the answer is low-key yes, right? Most of the time, if I'm ignoring a stock, chances are it can make for a good long, but I wouldn't base my entire strategy on, if Alex is ignoring it, I should go long. I mean, it does work, but it's not something that I would say makes sense. I mean, if there's a stock that I'm ignoring on the short side, and zombie times it looks to be rebounding, then that makes a lot of sense, right? That makes a lot of sense. Oh, also one more thing, guys. I'm going to be going to my close friend Ryan's bachelor party in Mexico tomorrow. So this will be my last day trading of the week. I will be gone Thursday, Friday, and Monday. I spoke to Steven and James, and they will be covering the live trading from Thursday, Friday, and Monday. There will be no YouTube pre-live trading on those days. The YouTube live stream will come back on Tuesday. So, yeah, guys, Ryan is married. Everyone wish Ryan, he's come to our meetups a bunch of times. Yeah, zombie time's at 10:30. Last day of the week, so you will miss the sell the news on quantums. I mean, I'm going to try my best to maybe potentially trade on my phone if the setup is setting up, right? If the setup is there, I want to try to trade it, but no guarantees, right? It might be better just to enjoy the time off. So I'll be gone starting tomorrow until Monday. So James and Steven will be here Thursday, Friday, and Monday. No live stream on YouTube Thursday, Friday, and Monday. And I'll be back 100% on Tuesday. So coming back after a losing day yesterday, my goal today is to show up, stick to the process, and be green. I don't care if I'm green $1. I don't care if I'm green 1 penny. My goal is to get my confidence back after a losing day by just sticking to the process, not deviating, and the rest will add up. In a perfect world, we get a big bounce on BDRX. I'll be watching QBTS in case it bounces to the key areas and fails. Other than that, I will be ignoring ADTX. I am not interested in trading that mess And yeah, that's pretty much all I got, guys. That's all I got. We got about 5 minutes until the market opens here, guys. Just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor. It is not meant to be financial advice. Everything I say or do is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Trading is risky. You have to be prepared to lose your mind trading. And it is not meant to copy or replicate any of my trades. It's more meant to look over the shoulders as I trade every day. So coming into the day, guys, let's see what the market brings us. Let's see what opportunities we have. Going to be taking it slow. Going to be sticking to the process. And that's pretty much all I got today, guys. So let's see. BDRX, what a big unwind. What a big unwind on BDRX. That's funny. Yeah, that's actually what happened at my wedding. They ran out of tequila, and I'm pretty sure at the actual reception they might have ran out of vodka too. So I think before the ceremony they ran out of tequila at the hotel. They had to drive to the other hotel to get more tequila, and I think at the ceremony they ran out of vodka. And Claudio says they almost ran out of water. They almost ran out of water. That's hilarious. Also, a reminder, guys, Cobra Trading. So we've partnered up with Cobra Trading this year. There's been some scenarios where Success Trader has been declining some clients. So there's been really great opportunities for traders to sign up with Cobra Trading. I am using Cobra for live trading, and they are offering anyone that signs up a chance to come to a giveaway to attend the New York Stock Exchange with me. So if you open up an account between now and July 1st, you'll get 30 days of free commissions, 30 days of free platform, 60 days additional live trading access. And you will also be entered into a raffle to come to the New York Stock Exchange with me, which is a literal once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The last time I went to the stock exchange was 2018, man. It's been 6-7 years, man. 6-7 years. So, with that being said, guys, I'm going to end the YouTube live stream here. If you want more information, just email us, StephenRH1@myinvestingclub.com, and we will start trading for MIC members in the next minute and a half. So have a good rest of the day, everyone, and let's get to live trading now, guys. It is 60 days of